Dropshipping is dead, and AI killed it. The edge that people had months ago, like trending product tools, store builders, and ad copy, is now just the baseline everyone starts with. AI gave everyone the same edge, so now they're all selling the same product in the same store and competing to see who can sell it cheaper. But what killed dropshipping opened a new door that nobody is really talking about right now. It's a new business model anyone can start today, and the best part is that AI won't kill it. In this video, I'll show you what's replacing dropshipping in 2026 and how to build it from scratch so you don't end up just another broke dropshipper. Let's get into it. I've been making money with dropshipping for almost 10 years now. I started back in 2016, sold multiple stores, including one for 500K, and I still run stores to this day. So I've seen dropshipping slowly die in real time over the years. You see, when I started, everything was simple. If you knew how to build a store and bring eyeballs to that store, you'd definitely make money, because not a lot of people knew about this. Then after a couple of years, people started to catch on. The new edge was finding a winning product before everyone else and capitalizing on that market before it got saturated. Then a couple of years passed by, and knowing how to build store and write copy became the new advantage. Then the new advantage became knowing how to write good ads. And one by one, every single one of those edges just vanished. The tools got so good and so cheap that everyone got them at the exact same time. There are tools now that hand you the winning products, build a professional looking store, like 10 minutes, and then write ads for you. And I'm sure that Shopify has had hundreds of updates in just the last couple of years. Then AI came in and put the cherry on top. Every week there's a new AI tool that can do everything for you. And that made the whole model collapse. Now, let me be clear about something though. When I say dropshipping is dead, I'm not talking about the shipping part. A lot of people get that twisted, like dropshipping is the business. It's e-commerce. Dropshipping just means you don't have to buy a pile of inventory up front and pray it sells. What died was the value of normal dropshipping. Everyone trying to make money with normal dropshipping sells the same product in the same store and runs the same ads. And when everyone looks the same, there's only one thing left to compete on. That's price. People who are making thousands are now making hundreds just to keep up with the market. That's where dropshipping is right now. The old model where you find a product and then sell that product is over. But here's the thing, the same exact thing that killed the old way just opened up the biggest opportunity that I've seen in years. You need to stop being a dropshipper and become an AI middleman. A dropshipper sells a product to whoever might buy it, and that product is the whole business. An AI middleman does the complete opposite. You connect a group of people who all share the same problem to people who make the solution. So instead of starting with the product, you start with the customers. A product can be copied in a week, but a relationship with a group of people can't be copied at all. Even if someone tries to sell the same product as you, they'll never get your clients because for that community of people, you're the best source for the solution they're looking for. To become an AI middleman, you still use AI to make things easier, but you focus on the things that someone using AI can't copy from you. Relationships. No AI can copy years of relationships and communication with someone. Just think of brands like Dollar Shave Club, Stanley, or Gymshark. They're billion-dollar brands not because they have a unique product. In fact, they sell things that anyone can sell, but they've built relationships around their business that let them grow to the point of having basically no competition. Now, I'm going to tell you the three relationships that you need to build to make this work. So let's get into the first relationship. And honestly, it's the one almost nobody even thinks of as a relationship. That's the relationship with your source. And I know that sounds boring, but if you don't get this right, the whole business will fall apart whenever you try to scale. You see, the way dropshippers do this is they go into a store like AliExpress, find a product, and then start selling it. And by doing this, they're buying from a reseller and getting the same price and shipping times as every other store selling that exact same product. They don't have the power to negotiate pricing or shipping options. That's why they lose to competitors who can sell the same product for less and get it to the customers faster. So what an AI middleman does is to go directly to the source and build a relationship with that source. And when you own that relationship, the doors start opening. You can get better margins, faster shipping, and eventually custom branded products to build your brand. And when your cost is lower than everyone else's, you can afford to run ads, lower your prices, and still make money. You can outprice your competitors and position yourself as the top brand in your market. Now, how do you actually do this when you're just starting out and you don't own a single factory, right? The way I do it is with a tool called Team Drop. I've been using them for years and I've sold hundreds of thousands of units through them. Here's why it works. It gives you a direct access to the source and it assigns you a dedicated agent. So if you want a product, you literally just send them the image and they go find it for you straight from the factory. And if something ever goes wrong, a lost package, a quality issue, or whatever it is, you message your agent and they handle it for you. You don't have to worry about it. Think about it like a translator between you and the manufacturer, because we know how much of a pain it is to work with Chinese suppliers. All you gotta do is create a free account with the link in the description below and connect Team Drop straight to your Shopify store. It'll integrate seamlessly. Trust me, as someone who's been through every shitty supplier out there in the last 10 years, nobody comes close to what you'll get from Team Drop. The experience is just amazing, great customer service. They've shipped over 200,000 units for me and I never once touched a single product. I just focus on selling. Now, once you're connected, this is what you'll see, and here's where the relationship starts. If they don't have your exact product, you can click on the WhatsApp icon to start a chat with your own private agent. You can ask for a product or send a picture of it, and that agent goes straight to the factory, finds it, and negotiates the best price for you. But over time, the relationship will grow. You see, in the beginning, you just source and sell, but once your orders start becoming consistent, you can negotiate better pricing, faster shipping options, and eventually your own custom packaging. You can't do this with most of the guys, by the way. You can't do this with Zendrop. You can't do this with a lot of companies. Just make sure you use the link in the description below to sign up, because they'll give you special treatment since you came through my link. Now, the second relationship you need to build is something that dropshippers don't even bother thinking about, but it's by far the most important thing to make the AI middleman model work. You see, dropshippers look at their business as a store that sells products, and they focus so much on the products that they start selling a product they see without even thinking about whether people actually want it. So they sell the product and spend their budget on ads only to get 1 or 2 sales after weeks or months. Then they do the same thing over and over until one of those products hits, until their budget runs out. They're basically just on a never-ending hamster wheel, spinning as fast as they can and going nowhere. Now, instead of focusing on the products, a middleman focuses on a customer with a problem that never goes away. You only need to find one customer and you'll never have to look for a product ever again. When I say one customer, I mean you want to build those repeat relationships, because that customer will keep buying from you for years. You know, think about new parents, for example. From the moment their child is born, they'll look for things to make their life easier and to help their kid develop. And they'll keep doing that for years. Or think about pet owners. They're always going to need a new way to keep their dog busy, to stimulate their dog, or to keep it from tearing up the house. So you don't need to keep chasing them to make them buy. You just need to show them that you're the best option for what they need, and they'll keep coming back for more. So here's how you actually do this, and we're gonna let AI do almost all of the heavy lifting. First, you're gonna connect TrendTrack to Claude. TrendTrack is a spy tool. Think Meta ads, Shopify stores. It has data on all of it. Shows you exactly what products are selling right now and which ads are driving those sales. So instead of guessing what people want, you're looking at what people are already buying. And that's why we're not just using Claude. The biggest mistake people make is falling in love without knowing if people will buy it. TrendTrack kills that problem because you're only looking at products that are already proven to work. You can also spy on competitors, track their ads, and see what's trending, right? So first, click on the link in the description to create your account for TrendTrack. What I love about TrendTrack is that they actually connect to the Meta ads library and the TikTok ads library and the Google ads library. So, you know, every single ad that is running on these platforms, TrendTrack has data on. And then we can connect it directly to Claude as an MCP connector. You want to go here in the chat and click add, go to connectors and click add connector, and then add custom connector, right? And then you're going to call it TrendTrack. And then what you want to do is go back to TrendTrack and get the MCP link. So you just use this link right here, right? And then you go in here and then put that remote MCP server URL, and then that'll connect. And then essentially what you'll see is you'll see this. TrendTrack is a connector. So now I can have Claude do all the research in TrendTrack for me. And we're going to start by using this prompt right here. So I'm going to copy and paste that prompt, and here you go. Click always allow. So now it's literally searching on the TrendTrack platform. It's searching the ads, the shops, everything, trying to find these winning products that we so desperately need, doing all the work for us, which is the beauty, right? We always got to click always allow to whenever it asks for, you know, any additional access requests. And boom, just like that, we have a whole list of 10 strong problem-solving products. But keep in mind, a trending product means nothing if there's no community behind it that keeps buying. So to find this out, let's type this next prompt right here. This prompt is, for each of these 10 products, tell me if there's a real passionate community behind the problem it solves. Research Reddit threads, groups, and reviews to answer these questions. Rank the 10 products from the strongest community to the weakest and tell me which ones have a group that will keep buying for years, not just once. This is going to be great data. This makes our research process even better. Now, it's still answering those questions. Now, in the meantime, right, just so you know about the Trend Track platform, if you don't want to use Claude, what's great is you can go in here and actually, filter yourself, right? Like, I want to see active ads. I want to see, ads that have been running for longer than 10 days. I want, those kind of ads. That means that the ads are working for them. People don't run ads for longer than 10 days unless the ads are bringing them results. And then I can filter by the niche that I'm selling in, right? Let's say, I'm selling in home and garden. I could look at home and garden. And then I could look at media type. I tend to favor UGC, right? Even though image ads work really well, but I typically, do focus a lot on UGC. So I'm going to look at video. And then call to action. I don't want to see ads that have anything that's not shop now or order now or buy now. And then country, I'm always looking at the United States because there's 400 million people here. I mean, we have the biggest consumers in the world. And then I want English, technology. We can even see Shopify, like ads that are running to Shopify stores. Trend Track is able to scrape the URLs and see if like the back end of the website is actually Shopify, which is great. And then we can actually see like what ads are ranked higher, what has a, rising growth. So these are really, really good filtering features because nobody has time or energy to look through millions of ads. It's impossible. It's impossible for you to even do that. So now I can look and I can see, I can see details, right? I can see how much time was running, active period. And then what I love is that under the brand tracker, if we go here to favorites, we can save our favorite ads. We can make folders for specific brands that we're tracking or specific niches or whatever the case may be. Like you can look here in one of my previous videos, I actually was talking about the hair serums and I have a folder here of the top hair serum ads. So all that research work that I did didn't go to waste. But ultimately, when you have Claude and we can connect the MCP directly to it, I mean, that's just a cheat code, right? You can have Claude do all of this research for you. So now that it answered all of my questions that I asked about the community, right? It says, based on what people are actually saying in patient forums, Reddit, adjacent communities, and review ecosystems, search results were spotty, but this blends live forum research with what's well documented. So it gave us essentially just a bunch, it did all the research and summarized the best points. So there's snoring, which is the strongest community, snoring sleep apnea, chronic lower back pain, foot pain, plantar, I don't even know how to say that, cat shedding, right? Dog pet shedding. So these are all communities that it's saying, it's giving us very, very insightful information on, and it's saying like, hey, these are the top communities that you can go after right now. And this is actually very accurate because these are really great communities. So all of that can easily be done by having a data source like Trend Track to connect, directly to Claude like this. It can go do all the searching for you. But there's one more relationship you need to build because you can have the perfect supplier and the perfect community and still blow this whole thing up without this. And that's your relationship with the world. Imagine a potential customer lands on your store and finds that it looks exactly like the store they just found 5 minutes ago, selling the same product. They'll immediately think that the product is low quality or that they can find another store that sells it for cheaper. You do all that work on your supplier and your community only to lose it all in 2 seconds because you looked like everyone else. Because there's another reason why people buy products. Yes, they want to solve a problem, but they also want to buy a product that says something about who they are. New parents buy developmental toys to help their child, but they also want to feel like they're good parents. Pet owners buy toys to keep their pet busy, but they also want to feel like they're making their pet as happy as they can. So the problem is one of the reasons why they buy, but the other reason is what they feel when they buy it. Think about it. There are brands out there that are selling the exact same thing you can buy at Walmart, but people still choose to buy from a specific brand because they have the perception that it's the best option. That's the power of branding. It handles the relationship your store has with the world to attract the right kind of customer. Branding isn't just a logo, guys. It's a mirror. A real brand reflects reflects the customer right back to them. It says this is for people like you. And that's what makes someone pay more for your product instead of going to find the cheapest version. If you want more proof, just look at this. This is liquid death. It's just water. Something you can find anywhere. The supermarket, a gas station, or even your kitchen tap. But these guys churn canned water into a brand worth around $1.4 billion purely off branding and perception. They didn't invent a new way of creating water. They wrapped water in cans that looks like an energy drink and made drinking water feel like a rebellious lifestyle. So people are solving the basic problem of being thirsty, but they're also buying the feeling of wanting to look cool and show their personality, hence feeling. Everybody makes purchases emotionally, very little buy things logically. Now, I'm going to show you how you can create a brand that stands out in just a few minutes. So first go to Claude and type this prompt right here. Now, instead of going directly to Canva, we're just going to connect it to Claude because we can get Claude to do it for us, right? So open connections inside Claude, look for the Canva connection, and then sign up for your account if you don't already have one. Okay, now that Claude is connected to Canva, you can tell it to build your brand. Type something like this. And then Claude or Claude Code will literally go do the whole thing for you. But here's what most people miss. You see, your brand isn't just a logo. So you can have Claude build the rest of your identity from the same brief, which includes, fonts, colors, etc. Type something like this. Now you've got the visuals that make your store look like a premium brand. And you can always ask Claude for more, but don't spend more than an hour on this. It's a very tedious task, but good thing is Claude does it for you. But now you have what you need to turn your store into a brand that attracts potential customers and makes them want to buy from you. And that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.